Is the city where you live crowded? I have to say, since I'm living in Shanghai, so yes, it is. The city Shanghai as a whole, it is crowded. But since it's divided into several different districts and the area where I'm living is quite far away from the city center, so it's not as crowded as it is in the city center. So it's fine. And the next question is there a crowded place near where you live? There is a shopping mall nearby my apartment, which is within 10 minutes driving, I would say. And every time when I went there for my dancing classes, I could see so many people either during the weekdays or during the weekends. So yeah, that's a place quite crowded beside my apartment. And the next question is, do you like crowded places? Well, to be honest, I'm not much of a people person, so I really hate being in an environment where there are too many people at the same time, like in the subway station, for example, since it can really make me feel annoyed and I can get easily irritated. But if it's like a music concert of my favorite singer or a big sport event, I guess I could enjoy that kind of lively atmosphere, but like in general, I don't like it. And the last question is, when was the last time you were in a crowded place? As far as I could recall, the last time I was in a crowded place would be during my best friend's wedding ceremony. She invited a lot of her relatives and a lot of her friends in a big dining hall, and everyone was celebrating their wedding. So yeah, that's a crowded place. I mean, it is crowded, but it's still very lively, and I like that vibe.
Yes, absolutely. Shanghai is one of the most densely populated cities in China. Many public places like shopping malls, subway stations, or tourist attractions are always jam-packed with people. Yes, there's a large shopping complex near my home where we always see a lot of people, and it's actually a landmark that attracts visitors from various areas of my city, and the statues there are particularly eye-catching. No, I don't really enjoy bustling places. They tend to be very noisy and overwhelming due to the sheer number of people. Personally, I find it really hard for me to enjoy the energy and excitement of those crowded places. Well, just yesterday, I took the subway during rush hour. The subway train and station were both packed with commuters. Everyone seemed to be in a hurry to reach their destinations.
In the city where we live, crowded. Absolutely, because my hometown is Harbin, which lies in the northeastern part of China. Recently, not only visitors from China, but from overseas are flooding to this place to appreciate fascinating scenery here, like ice sculptures, snow sculptures. Most importantly, they could experience something new and different. And they can also have a try of various kind of gourmet food, which they could never ever had a try in other places. Question 2. Do you like crowded places? Well, mostly I don't really like staying in a crowded place because I'm gonna feel pretty uncomfortable. However, in some occasions, we have to bear and enjoy staying in crowded places like having a party. There will be crowds of people getting together, singing and dancing. And also, there will be some crowded places like amusement parks where we could enjoy various kind of entertainments. So I enjoy these two different crowded places. Question 3. Do most people like crowded place? Well, I guess it really depends on different age groups. But majority of young people and children, they're crazy about parties or having some kind of celebration events. Sometimes they may go to some live concerts where there are really hundreds, thousands of people. So mostly young people like crowded places. However, when it comes to senior citizens, since they may suffer from particular illnesses like heart attack or high blood pressure, so they don't quite like crowded places.
Do you like crowded place? Not really. Crowded places tend to be heaving with people or cars, and it can be extremely noisy. When I'm in such an environment, I can feel extremely annoyed and disturbed by the noise. I prefer a tranquil atmosphere where I can relax wholeheartedly or focus on my study or work. Is there a crowded place near where you live? Yes, there is a street market within 10-minute walk of my apartment. There are many stalls and small shops selling different kinds of products, ranging from accessories, clothes, stationery, to electronic devices. On Saturday and Sunday mornings, this place can be teeming with people, especially the young, shopping there. Is your city crowded? I don't think so. My city is a third-tier city. It's not that densely populated. Admittedly, on weekends, in large shopping malls, it can be a little bit noisy, but it's not that crowded.
Is the city where you live crowded? Yes, it is. I live in a big city with a population of over 10 million, and it's also one of the most visited cities in China. So it is crowded and bustling. And many public places are always packed with local people and tourists, even during weekdays. Is there a crowded place near where you live? Yes, there is. The subway station is always congested at peak times, and the shopping center near my home is also quite busy on weekends and during holidays. Do you like crowded places? Not really, because the smell can be terrible in crowded places, like the smell of cigarettes from smokers. And I also dislike the physical contact with strangers, which is kind of unavoidable when you are in the crowd. When was the last time you were in a crowded place? I guess it was last Sunday at a farmer's market where people can buy things wholesale. The whole area was jammed in the morning, and it took us almost 1 hour to just find a parking space.